Walks onto stage. Taps mic. Good whatever, lady and gentlemen. The Trip to the Moon was the first science fiction movie made in 1902. The first good science fiction movie was The Day the Earth Stood Still, screened in 1951, filmed in black and white. Pauses. At least it was a talkie. Smirks. Before I forget, spoilers are ahead. Pauses. The first good color science fiction film was The Forbidden Planet, screened in 1956. As with The Day the Earth Stood Still, The Forbidden Planet included a robot and aliens. Although in the case of The Forbidden Planet, all the aliens were dead. The tale is more about a young woman's first love, and the conflict that brings with her relationship with her father. Critics equate the story to Shakespears' The Tempest. Rolls eyes. Not I. I have only watched The Forbidden Planet on the small screen, and that was long past watching many other more contemporary movies. Looks left. It was not until recently I discovered the history of its making. Looks right. We're off to see the wizard. Or in this case, Morbius. Pauses. Morbius and his daughter had arrived on the Forbidden Planet 20 years ago, along with an unspecified number of colleagues, now deceased. Their starship, Bellerophon, named after the greatest hero and slayer of monsters, had been destroyed by a mysterious alien force, effectively stranding them on the Forbidden Planet, Altair 4, which was named after the star system at the center of the Milky Way. The cruiser C-57D is a classic flying saucer design, with its interior designed by Clayton, with 1950 retro knobs and dials. These appear to be an attempt to provide a human user interface, whilst maintaining its futuristic design. Pauses. After being warned not to, the United Planets starship lands on the Forbidden Planet, and the crew awaits Morbius. The use of color and fantasy artwork adds to the atmosphere of the story. A decade later, the same techniques are used to bring the Star Trek television series to life. The Forbidden Planet is truly a marker in science fiction canon. Morbius comes across as a civilized, intelligent, loving father. Someone who you would not think capable of mass murder, petty jealousy, or a complete lack of self-awareness. Dressed in black and sporting a goatee, Morbius swans around the planet like a child who has inherited a magical toy store. The only thing left to remind Morbius of Earth, other than his daughter, is Robbie the robot. The household appliance every megalomaniac should have. The crew from the Earth ship soon notice exactly how much power Morbius has, and asks Robbie the robot to provide them with their heart's desire. Pauses. Star sapphires take a week to crystallize. Will diamonds and emeralds do? Rolls eyes. The romance starts with a little innocence. Pauses. What's a bathing suit? Which highlights Morbius's daughter, Altair's innocence, and lack of social normalities. A true space virgin for the young hot-blooded Captain John J. Adams. Smirks. But you can call me JJ. Rolls eyes. When the family's pet tiger tries to attack the couple, the power of Morbius's subconscious mind and the Cruel's technology becomes apparent upon second viewing. On this occasion, the captain's Bakelite hairdryer dispenses with a threat. When Morbius explains the Cruel technology, he boasts about his intelligence being raised, mentioning that Cruel must have had much larger heads and intellectual capacity. Apparently size matters, at least in his universe. When the captain tries the child's toy, used to test intelligence, the captain registers as an infant. Raises eyebrow. The tour of the Cruel's facility highlights the obvious question. What was it that wiped out every living thing, leaving everything intact? Surely the line of bodies mounting up provides some clue. Morbius describes the amount of energy being generated as unlimited, with the entire facility expanding throughout the planet. The artistry of the cinematic plates portray the same vastness seen in the Star Wars Death Star 2 decades later. The Cruel technology is only hinted at, making it clinical and mysterious, whilst the human technology looks like a collection of bric-a-brac taken from Stig's dump. Clearly the puny humans are outmatched. When the Cruel monster takes form, it is literally invisible, without any form, only materializing as a beast. When the humans fire at where their technology tells them it exists, the humans' deadly energy weapons, that were so effective against a physical tiger, are useless against a Cruel monster created from the vast energy available in the planet. When the humans are killed, their bodies are left behind, rather than vaporized, which suggests there must be fossils of the Cruel somewhere. An archaeological examination of the planet may have been due in a sequel, had the planet not exploded at the end of the film. The humans' faces, as they watch helpless, sums up their position. Their belief in the junk they call weapons appears to work better on the creature than the weapons themselves. The design of the monster itself appears to be taken from demon artwork, with the terror dogs from Ghostbusters taking a similar form. The film climaxes with the Captain, Morbius and Altero taking refuge in the Cruel's facility. As the monster beats down the door, somewhat annoyed at Altero's decision to leave the planet. It is at this point, close to death, the Captain has a brain wave. As he watches the Cruel's power station dials all bend into the red. Pauses. It's the jealousy of Morbius driving the creature. With Morbius's id being set free by the unlimited power of Cruel's technology. The id is that part of the mind in which natural instinctive processes manifest. The Captain comments about how the Cruel's own technology was the death of them. As the creature melts the door down. Why the Captain does not simply end Morbius with his Bakelite hairdryer, like he did the tiger, is beyond me. Maybe it was too much of a mirror for 1950 audiences to execute a serial killer on screen. Pauses. Even if it is in a fictional setting. Rolls eyes. Instead they all wait for Morbius to be killed by the creature, thus ending the immediate threat. They decide to set the planet to self-destruct. Because they can. And merrily get the fuck out of there. Before the planet goes boom. The Captain gets his space virgin, and Altero gets to keep her robot. Pauses. Everyone is a winner. Rolls eyes. So, apart from defining many of the features of science fiction films and television shows for decades to come, why is this movie such a classic? The concept of a lost alien civilization being happened upon is unique. The mixing of archaeology and science fiction creates a mysterious world, which is too powerful for humans to control. In this, it holds the past, present and future in the minds of its audience. Pauses. The triple point of consciousness. Peace. I am out of here. Word up.